The world's oceans are a realm of immense power, a force of nature that shapes our coastlines and governs our weather. When this power is unleashed in the form of a storm, the spectacle is both terrifying and honestly, kind of magnificent. The wind howls, waves rise to mountainous heights, the sky darkens with a primal fury. But it's what happens after the storm, when the winds calm and the seas retreat, that a world of profound mystery is often revealed. For in the quiet aftermath, the ocean sometimes gives back secrets it has held for centuries, even millennia, offering us a fleeting glimpse into its hidden depths and forgotten histories. My name is Albert, and welcome to Unknown Facts. Today, we shall explore the astonishing and often baffling discoveries left behind in the wake of great storms. Not mere shells, driftwood, objects and creatures that challenge our understanding of the world beneath the waves. If you find these tales of discovery as fascinating as I do, I would be most grateful if you would consider subscribing to our channel and liking this video. Imagine, if you will, a quiet coastal community. In the early hours of dawn, the storm has passed, its violent symphony now replaced by the gentle lapping of waves upon the sand. Residents emerge, perhaps to assess the minor damages, and to breathe the fresh sea air. But on this particular morning, something is different. Something lies on the beach that defies all expectation. A form so immense, so alien, that it seems pulled from the pages of mythology itself. It is a creature of the deep, a titan of the abyss. There, sprawled across the sand, is a giant squid. Its colossal body, a pale and ghostly white, contrasts with the dun-colored shore. Tentacles, thick as an arm, lined with powerful suckers, are splayed in the sand. This is Architeuthis, a leviathan from crushing, sunless depths. The sheer scale stuns the onlookers. Scientists arrive with urgency and excitement. Each measurement and tissue sample provides invaluable data. The storm's retreat does not only reveal biological wonders. Sometimes it peels back the very layers of time itself. On another coastline, after another ferocious gale, a beachcomber is walking along the newly carved shoreline. The storm has scoured the beach, shifting tons of sand and revealing a harder, darker layer beneath. Something glints in the low morning sun, catching the eye. It is not the familiar glimmer of sea glass. It is not a modern piece of metal. This is something different, something old. Bending down, the beachcomber brushes away the wet sand to reveal a coin. They find another, and another. The storm has scattered a trail of them along the high tide line, like metallic pebbles. Experts are called in to examine the find. They identify the currency as Spanish pieces of 8, minted centuries ago. These were the currency of empires, the fabled treasure of the Spanish Main. The discovery fuels speculation. Somewhere offshore must lie the source, a shipwreck. Now the recent storm has disturbed that slumber, stirring currents and lifting sediment. The coins are the first clues, tangible evidence of a long-ago tragedy. Storms can unearth the known past, but they can also present us with riddles for which there are no immediate answers. On a remote stretch of coast, battered by a particularly severe cyclone, the receding tide reveals something utterly perplexing. Embedded deep in the wet sand, angled as if it had fallen from the sky, is a large metal object of unknown origin. It is smooth, seamless, made of a metal that does not appear to be rusting. There are no markings, no serial numbers, no insignia of any kind. Its shape is bizarre. Part sphere, part cone, strange fin-like protrusions. It looks like a piece of a satellite or an aircraft, yet it matches no known designs. Word spreads quickly, and the object becomes a focal point of intense curiosity and wild speculation. Eventually, the object is carefully excavated and transported to a secure facility for further study. The sea fog that often follows a major storm is thick and honestly pretty disorienting. It clings to the water, muffling sound and obscuring vision. Through this ethereal curtain, one of the most unsettling post-storm phenomena can emerge. On the horizon, a silhouette takes shape, drifting slowly toward shore. It is a ship moving with an unnatural languor. No engine noise, no smoke from a funnel, no sign of life on its decks. Up close, its condition becomes apparent, rusted and battered. Rigging hangs in tangled, broken strands. A ghost ship, a modern Flying Dutchman pushed by the storm's currents. No crew, no captain, no destination. It simply arrives, a silent visitor. Coast Guard officials and local authorities approach with caution. Boarding a derelict vessel is fraught with dangers. They find abandonment, personal effects strewn about, a coffee cup left on a galley table, a logbook open on the bridge, last entry weeks or months earlier. Lifeboats often remain in their davits, as if the crew vanished into thin air. The storm later pushed this drifting hulk ashore, a baffling maritime puzzle. It sits on the shore, a monument to an unknown tragedy, and over time it rusts into local legend. The ocean's deepest trenches, known as the Hadal Zone, are the least explored places on Earth. The pressure is immense. The darkness is absolute. The temperature is, well, near freezing. Life here has evolved into forms utterly alien to surface life, creatures of profound strangeness and delicate beauty. We normally only see them through a deep-sea submersible, but a powerful storm with deep churning currents can breach this world. It can create upwellings that drag fragile creatures up from the abyss. After the storm, the beach becomes a temporary museum. Beachcombers might find the startling viperfish. Its oversized, needle-like teeth don't fit inside its mouth. Or the anglerfish, the iconic predator with a fleshy, bioluminescent lure. To see them on sand is to see life out of element, marvel and tragedy. For marine biologists, this is a scientific windfall. These creatures are incredibly difficult to capture alive. Each creature is a marvel of evolution, a reminder of how little we know. The interface between land and sea is, well, a zone of constant battle. Waves crash like battering rams against cliffs. A single violent storm can reshape a coastline in hours. Destruction can also mean revelation. When the dust and spray settle, a dark opening can appear, a hole in the rock that wasn't there before. The allure of a newly revealed cave is irresistible. The first explorers step inside a space that may not have seen light for thousands of years. The air is still and cold. The only sound is water dripping through rock. Sometimes these caves are time capsules. Archaeologists find evidence of prehistoric human settlement, ancient hearths, remnants of fires, primitive tools carved from stone and bone, and most thrillingly, cave art, faint paintings of animals. The cave's contents can rewrite what we know. Archaeologists meticulously excavating is slow and painstaking. Every layer of sediment is sifted, every find catalogued. But the rewards are immeasurable. The storm has, paradoxically, preserved and revealed countless stories beneath our feet. Of all the things a storm can wash ashore, perhaps none captures the human imagination quite like a message in a bottle. A simple glass bottle, sealed against the elements, carrying a handwritten note across the vastness of the ocean. It is a lottery ticket of communication, thrown into the sea with no guarantee it will ever be found. After a storm has churned the ocean and rearranged the beaches, the chances of one of these silent voyagers completing its journey are increased. The moment of discovery is electric. What message does it hold? Is it a cry for help, a love letter, an experiment? The possibilities are endless, and the anticipation as the bottle is carefully opened is immense. Messages have been found that were launched more than a century ago. One famous example, released in Germany in 1913 as part of a fishery study, was found in Australia in 2018, a journey of 105 years. Other messages are deeply personal. They speak of love, of loss, of dreams for the future. They are written by children on holiday, by soldiers going off to war, by lonely people looking for a connection. Each one is a tiny, poignant snapshot of a human life, a whisper from the past that has traveled thousands of miles to be heard. The storm, in this case, acts as a postman, delivering long-lost letters from the sea and connecting strangers across time. When the electrical energy of a storm has dissipated and a strange calm settles over the sea, the sky can sometimes play host to one of the most baffling and beautiful of all phenomena. Witnesses have reported seeing strange lights over the water in the hours or days following a major tempest. These are not lightning, nor are they the familiar lights of ships or aircraft. They are something else entirely, sometimes described as glowing orbs, spheres of soft, pulsing light that hover silently above the waves before zipping away at incredible speeds. At other times, Witnesses report vast, luminous patches on the surface, a phenomenon sometimes known as milky seas. The ocean begins to glow with a steady, eerie, uniform light, bright enough to read by. Scientists have proposed various theories. Some suggest rare ball lightning. Others believe they could be related to tectonic stress releasing luminous gases. The Milky Seas phenomenon is thought to be caused by a massive bloom of bioluminescent bacteria, trillions glowing in unison. But what triggers such a vast, coordinated bloom remains a mystery. Whatever their cause, these light shows create a profound sense of awe. To stand on a dark shore after a storm and watch silent, glowing orbs dance over the water is an almost mystical experience. The fury of a storm is a terrifying force, a reminder of nature's raw and untamable power. Yet, in its wake, it can leave behind the most extraordinary gifts. From colossal deep-sea creatures, from the gold of empires lost centuries ago, it can peel back the earth to reveal ancient homes. It can deliver silent, floating ghost ships to our shores. The storm is not merely an agent of chaos, it is an agent of revelation, a catalyst for discovery. They remind us that despite our technology, profound mysteries remain. The world's oceans cover more than 70% of our planet. We have explored only a tiny fraction of them. Countless secrets lie in the deep, waiting for the right conditions, perhaps another great storm, to be revealed. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the astonishing aftermath of storms. The world is full of unknown facts, and we are dedicated to bringing them to you. If you enjoyed this exploration, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Until next time, remain curious. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. See you in the next video.